very warm welcome to today's edition of Money Moves. I am Melissa Enoch here at the FMDQ studios in Lagos.
And I am Grace Agbaragu. It's Tuesday, the 28th of October. We thank you for joining us at this time on the show.
All right, let's begin now with your news now. Burundi has partnered with the London Stock Exchange Group to modernize its financial markets, the central bank said. The Banque de la République du Burundi will deploy LSEG technology to digitize foreign exchange trading, interbank lending, open market operations, and market surveillance, aligning the country's systems with global standards. In Ghana, the country today is marking the 60th anniversary of the cedi, celebrating 6 decades of its national currency as a symbol of economic sovereignty and resilience. The commemoration reflects on the evolution of Ghana's monetary system and the pivotal role of the Bank of Ghana in safeguarding stability and growth. Let's listen.
The cedi is far more than just a currency. It is a trusted store of value, a driver of economic activity, and a daily emblem of our collective confidence as a nation. Whether you are talking about exchanging it in bustling markets, whether you are talking about it being used to pay salaries, or whether you are talking about it being used to save for future dreams, the cedi stands as a lasting symbol of our journey and our unyielding commitment to shape our own destiny. So the story of the cedi cannot be separated from the story of our economy. It reflects our moments of bold ambition, our trials under pressure, and our resilience in rebuilding. In recent years, Ghana, like many other nations, has had to navigate some of the most complex economic storms in a generation. From the lingering effects of the global pandemic, through economic crisis, debt exchange, and tightening global financial conditions, our economic fabric was tested and tested well. But few countries experienced it as acutely as we did in Ghana. So cast your minds back. In November 2022, the cedi depreciated by over 50%, becoming the world's worst performing currency, according to Bloomberg. And headline inflation spiraled to over 54%, and food inflation soared to an alarming 59.7% year on year.
In earnings news, Airtel Africa PLC has reported strong half-year results to September 2025, with revenue up 26% year-on-year to $2.99 billion and net income surging to $303 million from $31 million. Earnings per share rose to $0.083 from $0.008, reflecting robust performance across its markets. The company declared an interim dividend of 2.84 cents per share, payable on December 12, 2025, to shareholders on record as of November 7. Shares will trade ex-dividend from November 6. In Uganda, the government, in partnership with the United Arab Emirates, is hosting the 4th Uganda-UAE Business Forum, bringing together government officials and private sector leaders to strengthen trade and investment ties between the two countries. The forum aims to expand bilateral partnerships, promote industrial collaboration, and attract new investments into strategic sectors of Uganda's economy. Let's listen.
The relationship between Uganda and the United Arab Emirates has evolved into a dynamic, multifaceted partnership underpinned by its strategic, economic, diplomatic, and infrastructural collaborations. The partnership reflects a shared commitment of sustainable development, regional connectivity, and technology advancement. The connectivity has been enhanced by 6 daily flights between UAE and Uganda. Honorable Minister, when I go to the UAE in 2018, we only had 2 direct flights. That was Emirates and Fly Dubai. As we talk today, we have 6 direct flights daily. We have Emirates, Fly Dubai is operating 2 flights a day, Air Arabia 2 flights a day, and your own Uganda Airlines. This has facilitated increase of trade and business relations between the 2 countries. Diplomatic ties between Uganda and the UAE have been strengthened through high-level visits and institutional agreements. In January this year, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda visited the UAE, and in May this very year, the UAE Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Abdallah bin Zayed Al Nahyan, visited here, leading to signing of 6 memoranda of understanding across various sectors. Of course, you represented the government to sign one, which was on investment, but also we signed another on works and transport, diplomatic training and capacity building, joint development agreement, digital transformation, and energy.
In Saudi Arabia, the kingdom is hosting the 9th edition of the Future Investment Initiative in Riyadh, bringing together global finance leaders, policymakers, and innovators to explore new frontiers in investment, technology, and sustainable economic growth. The 3-day summit organized by the FII Institute aims to shape global conversations on economic transformation under the theme, The Key to Prosperity. Let's now listen.
$250 billion worth of deals have been made on this platform since it was born, less than a decade ago. We have come a long way together. But at this year's FII, we must take our impact to the next level. The capital power represented by the decision makers in this room comes with great responsibility, an even greater opportunity to shape the future of the global economy. We must act on this responsibility and seize this opportunity without any delay. Since we last met 12 months ago, the world has changed. The ambitions of investors and businesses are up against today's economic realities and a wave of technological disruption. The old models that brought us to this point are no longer fit for purpose. Governments cannot correct this course alone. Likewise, the private sector cannot spend its way out of this situation. They must come together, governments and private sector as true partners. We need a new model. We need a global collaboration for a new era of global prosperity. And FII is the place to make it happen, where world leaders, investors, and market movers come to collaborate.
Finally, on news now, Family Bank of Kenya shareholders have approved plans to list on the Nairobi's Securities Exchange in 2026 through a listing by introduction, enabling existing shares to trade without raising new capital. The move aims to enhance liquidity and support the bank's ambition to become a Tier 1 lender following the completion of a private placement and ongoing regulatory approvals. I am Melissa Enoch, and that's it on News Now this Tuesday. The show returns shortly with Grace at the FMDQ Archives Room for our Markets Round. Do stick around. Welcome back to Money Moves. Let's now go over to Grace for today's markets review. Hello there, Grace.
Thank you, Melissa. Let's now track how the markets are wrapping up trading. Starting off with the equities. It's a positive trading day today with losses only in West Africa. In Nigeria, the NGX All-Share Index slipped 0.09%, and the BRVM also declined 0.46% to 340.02. In contrast, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange advanced 1.08%, and in Kenya, the Nairobi Securities Exchange closed on the positive, up 1.19% to 183.22. While in North Africa, Morocco's MASI added 0.10%, and the EGX 30 closed on the positive, up 0.37%. Let's do a quick round on some of the Pan-African currencies. The dollar weakened against most African currencies, as you can see on the screen. The rand strengthened 0.25% to 17.25, and the naira gained 0.15% to 1,454 naira 36 kobo, and the Egyptian pound edged up 0.20% to 47.35, while the Kenyan shilling was flat at 560, and the Moroccan dirham rose 0.34% to 9.23. Let's switch into the commodities data deck, beginning with energy prices. Oil prices fell almost 2% today, fueled by OPEC Plus planned output hike in December. Brent crude fell 1.51% to $64.63, while WTI dropped 1.55% to $60.36. Natural gas declined 4.33% to $3.29, and Arabian gasoline slipped 0.72% as of 12:53 GMT. Finally, two soft prices. Cocoa decreased 0.76% to $6,135, and coffee was down 1.53%. Cotton edged up 0.43%, palm oil fell 0.91%, and sugar rose 0.07% to $14.47 as at 12:56 GMT. And that's our Money Moves markets today. Back to you, Melissa.
Grace, thank you very much for those market updates. And that's it on today's edition of Money Moves. From all of us here at the FMDQ studios, we say thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.